Hey everybody, it's NBF062966 back again for another video. This time I'm going to do a response video to Jason's Vinyl Obsession, his video response for favorite ladies, favorite female singers. Subject always near and dear to my heart, women singers. Anyways, to get things rolling, I'll begin. The first few I have to show are on CD because I have no vinyl by these women. First one, and this is her new record, it's Adele, soul singer from England. She's really good, check her out. Next up, a singer from the 80s into the early 90s, Regina Belle. Great voice. If I had to compare it to anybody, I would compare it to Anita Baker. Next up, from the group Texas, they're from Scotland. I'm going to go with Sharleen Spiteri. Great group here, check them out. Another group from England, Everything But the Girl, and their lead singer Tracy Thorn. She's really awesome. I guess they're best known for the song Missing You that was recorded back in the mid to late 90s. Another English girl here, this is Joss Stone. Love her, love every album she's put out, I just love. Next up for ladies is Rickie Lee Jones. I've got quite a few of her things on CD, but nothing on vinyl as of yet. Another girl I've liked since I was about 12 or 13 is Miss Joan Jett. And rep in Canada will be Alanis Morissette. Although I hate this CD the most out of everyone she's put out. Next up, we'll do some records now, is Miss Sheena Easton from Scotland. Representing the group Yaz, and she's got a lot of solo stuff, is Alison Moyet. This is kind of an obscure soul singer. I've got about 2 or 3 records by her, and it's Kelly Patterson. She actually got a start by being, I think, Miss Black America at one time. She's really good funky soul stuff here from the 70s. Next up for the ladies is Janet Jackson. This to me is the ultimate record by her. I really love this. It's Janet. I think I've shown this before. Another urban artist from the 80s who I just love is Miki Howard. This is her debut album. It has Come Share My Love, Imagination, Love Will Find a Way. It's really good stuff. Next up is Miss Diana Ross, and this is one of my favorite record covers of all time. I just think it represents beauty at its best, and it's amazing. This is a good record. It's got Love Hangover on it, but I love all her stuff. Next up, it wouldn't be a ladies list without Madonna. Here we go. Hard Candy. I have everything of hers too. I've got her first 4 or 5 records on vinyl, then I got this. I want to get Confessions. Next up is Miss Debbie Harry. This is actually, this record may not be for everybody. I really like it. This record here, Cuckoo, was produced by Chic. It's kind of funky. It's got a Chic groove to it that's really good. Next up from Australia is Miss Renee Geyer. She's a white soul singer from Australia. This album was produced by Frank Wilson. She's got about 4 or 5 really good records. Renee Geyer. What's another list without Miss Janis Joplin? Love everything she's done. You know, what else is there to say about Janis? From the group Mtume, who were big in the 80s, this is their lead singer. Her name is Tawatha Aji, and this is Welcome to My Dream. It's got a great song called Fly Ride. Another lady from the 80s who's near and dear to me, and that's Miss Patrice Rushen. This girl produces, writes, arranges, performs. She's like the Prince of female singing. I'm not comparing her music to Prince, but she basically does everything on a record. Next up is Jody Watley. From Shalimar to her solo stuff, everything by her is really good. This is kind of an obscure disco loft kind of record. It's Pam, Todd, and the Love Exchange. This is one of my favorite records of all time. This is quite the rare record, but there's a song called Let's Get Together that's still here. You still hear it in clubs from time to time today. Next up is Miss Jill Jones. She was discovered playing in Tina Marie's group by Prince. Prince signed her, and this is her only record on Paisley Park. It was produced by David Z and Jill Jones, but it's a very Princey sounding record. I recommend everybody should check this out. Next up would be Stevie Nicks. I'm Fleetwood Mac rumors, but I'm a big Stevie Nicks fan. Next up is the Pretenders' Chrissie Hynde, another one of my favorite ladies. Going back to England again, we're going to go with Dusty Springfield. Next up from England again, on Elton John's Rocket label, is this album was produced by Elton John too. It's Kiki Dee. She's best known for the duet Don't Go Breaking My Heart, but she's got lots of other songs besides that. Next up, from Motown Records, she was the first one of the first white performers on Motown, and it's Chris Clark, and she's got a kind of a Dusty Springfield-like sound. It's got a very Motownish sound, but it's a good record. From the group Rose Royce, Gwen Dickey. She was the original lead singer of Rose Royce, sang on Car Wash and songs like that. She's one of my favorites. This is very high up on my list too, Lisa Stansfield. Absolutely love this woman. What's a ladies list without having some Grace Jones with her night clubbing record? This album is really good, and she's amazing. Now we're going to stick back with Diana Ross and the Supremes. I love Diana Ross solo stuff, but also love the Supremes too. One of my favorites from Motown, Tata Vega. She was around in the late 70s to the early 80s. She's got 4 really, really good records on the Motown label. This is the best one in my opinion, which was her first one, Full Speed Ahead. From Hot Wax Records, produced by Holland, Dozier and Holland, we've got Honeycomb, featuring, you know, Stick Up, One Ads, One Monkey Don't Stop No Show. Really, really good group. Back to the 80s again, and we're going to go with some Cherelle. Cherelle's one of my favorites from that time period. Sticking with Motown, we're with Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. This is their last record as a group. It's called Black Magic, and to me it's their best, and I'm a big Martha Reeves person. From the group Smith, we're going to go with Gail McCormick. Smith is best known for their cover of Baby It's You, and she's a gorgeous lady, and she could also sing really well. Good soul singer, very, very good record. Another 80s lady is Melissa Morgan. She's best known for her cover of Prince's Do Me Baby, and she's good to look at, good voice. Stephanie Mills. She was around in the 80s, huge, huge success in the 80s, late 70s. This is her Motown record from 1975. This is actually pretty rare, and it's called For the First Time. This is actually a really, really good record, and no one really knows about this one. Next up is Sade. Someone who left us way too soon, Miss Minnie Riperton. What more can you say about her? One half of the duo of Ashford and Simpson, Valerie Simpson. This is her album Exposed on Motown, and whether she sings with her husband or whether she's on her own, she's really, really amazing. And from Motown, I'm going to go with Tammy Terrell. She's best known for her hits with Marvin Gaye, but she also did some stuff with James Brown before this, and she's another one who left us too soon. And my favorite lady of all, which I've said in the last video, and she left us just recently, is Tina Marie. This is the ultimate person as far as I'm concerned for music. She just is everything to music to me. Okay, one person who's not on my list is Aretha Franklin, and I know this is sin because I'm a really big R&B person, but I'm not an Aretha person at all, so she unfortunately did not make the cut. I only own one record by Aretha Franklin. Anyways, I enjoyed doing this. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers.